Okay, so this is a really important topic, and I just want to let you guys know my TikTok account just got permanently banned. And it was off the Simpsons episode where I was talking about the Trump shooter being groomed by the FBI. And they, without one person being able to watch that video, they banned it, took it right off, and I left a comment. I said, we all know that the FBI groomed the would-be Trump assassin. And 5 days later, they permanently banned me. I never even posted another video, so we know that our freedom is under attack. It's always been. We've known this. There's no surprise in that. But the topic I want to talk to you guys today is the gender bender stuff that they're doing in the Olympics. Now, a lot of the liberals came out and they responded on Facebook with the pictures of the little girl saying how that was Imani Kelif. And I'm talking about the boxing match where Imani Kelif beat Angela Carini from Italy, and after 46 seconds, and she said she had never been hit so hard in her life. And she knew this was a man. She refused to shake the boxer's hand, and she quit after 46 seconds. She said she quit for fear of her life, basically. And the picture going around of a little girl, I don't believe that's Imani Kelif. And the liberals are all coming out and saying, oh yeah, you conservatives didn't do your research. You just jumped the bandwagon and you assumed that this was a man. Well, let's put it this way. Imani Kelif failed a gender test at the Women's World Boxing Championships in New Delhi, India last year, along with another boxer by the name of Yi-Ting out of China. And the Olympics has now allowed both these individuals to perform as women, female boxers. They're not females, they're males. It's very obvious to see this. And they both failed that test last year for having male chromosomes. You can't make this up, guys. We knew when we saw the Olympics opening ceremony with the drag queens, one of them featuring their testicles in front of a girl who was a minor underage, we knew that this was the beginning of them trying to say, oh yeah, we need to be accepting to diversity. And I knew it. I called it. I was right. I knew this was going to be transgenders coming in here, but I didn't think it was going to be this Olympics. I thought it was their message to allow it for the next one, 4 years down the road. Nope, it was this one right now. And we're seeing two boxers right now competing as men in women's division. Now, are there other athletes through the cracks that we don't know about? I'm not sure yet. I haven't heard. But this is an outrage. It's every bit the outrage the opening ceremonies was. And as a result, I have completely boycotted. I have banned the Olympics. It means nothing to me. I don't care about the gold medal count. I don't care about any of it. None of it. We knew this was devil worship. We knew it was. I talked in my previous video about how it was the Rothschilds, Lynn Forrester de Rothschild and Alexander Rothschild, who are both related to Jacob Rothschild, who is a friend of Maria Abramovich, who is literally a Satan worshiper. There have been pictures of Jacob Rothschild with her in front of a painting, Satan summoning his legion, which the Statue of Liberty is based off of that Lucifer painting, basically. You can tell by the pose and the chiseled face that it's one and the same. And we knew when we saw the Olympics opening ceremony and we saw the angel wings at the bottom of the Eiffel Tower that was Lucifer, a tribute to Lucifer, the fallen angel, on the white horse that is signified in the book of Revelation, bringing death and destruction. So it's disgusting what's happening in this world, and they think that they can impose whatever they want and everybody's just going to bend to their mercy. No. There's been a huge outrage over this. Christians are standing up the world over, and this is how you attack it. You stop watching. You boycott them. You don't watch a single event. And when their ratings plummet, their sponsors will go. And once we identify who these sponsors are of these Olympic Games, we're done. We're not partaking of their products. We're not supporting this. They're going to lose a lot of money. And money means everything to these people. Once they feel it in their pockets and they have less dollars and cents there, oh yeah, they're going to change. Just like it did with Bud Light endorsing that transgender Dylan Mulvaney a couple years ago. Everybody threw a fit about that. And what did Bud Light do? They turned coat. They said, oh, well, we didn't really mean to sponsor this guy. It was all a mistake. We're pulling our sponsorship. It's the same thing that's going to happen here. But we've got to stand up. And if we don't stand up, then we're enabling this. It's like a drug addiction, basically. So don't partake of this stuff. Don't care. It's lost all its meaning. You know, seeing male boxers in a women's boxing match, it's like going to Indiana and watching 5A high school basketball. You know, it doesn't mean anything compared to 1A. I mean, if your son or daughter is playing in a 5A, yeah, you support them. But if you get to that state championship game in basketball as a 5A athlete, it doesn't mean as much as the 1A does. It's just the way it is. So I do have a solution for this. I have a solution for how women can play in men's sports. I don't have a solution for how men can play in women's sports, okay? This will never happen, but I think it's a good idea, and I've had this for years. I've had it for at least 5, maybe close to 10 years now, and that's just abolishing all women's leagues. Completely get rid of all of it. And I know that stinks, especially with basketball, because you've got the new sensation Caitlin Clark, you know, tearing it up. But my idea was take the few diamonds in the rough of the women and integrate them into the men's leagues. Allow that to happen. That's the way it was in the late 1800s, the early 1900s. I've got a couple stories coming out about those success stories for you, and I will put those as YouTube shorts out here for you guys. So stay tuned for those if you want to catch those. But they might just be 13th men on the bench. They might just be spot starts here and there as a baseball pitcher or something. But at the end of the day, they can have that chance. And if they're good enough, then they can compete. You know, women want equal rights. I get it. But this isn't the way to go about it. The men are cheating to get trophies by joining these women's sports. They have X chromosomes. They're male. They're not women. They're lying to everybody. And they think that we all need to bend to their desires. We're not doing it. I'm sorry. We're not falling for this game. So a lot of people are pissed. I understand completely. Take my advice, ban the Olympics. That's all I got for this one. I'm going to put out some YouTube shorts on the few success stories from yesteryear of women who actually were good enough to compete in a men's sport. Thank you for tuning in. I appreciate your support, guys. And look for more content like this. Even though they've banned me on TikTok, they will never, ever shut my mouth. I will always be here. If they ban me, I will continue to keep talking. I will continue to create new accounts. This isn't for the money. I've never made money. I've made $5 on Rumble. That was all I've ever made. I've never made anything on YouTube or TikTok. I will continue to tell the truth and preach the gospel of Jesus. Thank you for subscribing.